And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. Hey, these teams are so good, aren't they, at getting stops?
They are. Points will be hard to come by. Both teams give maximum effort on the defensive end, and that's hard to do night after night.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley is the point with Mitchell as the two guard. Bogdanovich out there with Reddish. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Clippers, the guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Duncan in at the center, locking down the middle. And Leonard gets it to go.
The offensive versatility of Kawhi, able to rise up and hit the jumper there with confidence.
Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. Conley's shot is off. Mitchell against Leonard. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
What strength from the seasoned veteran. Leonard loves going at defenders and scoring on them.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Over George. The shot by Mitchell, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 4-point game. Last time they met was in Utah where they beat the Jazz.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
For Utah, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And Greg, you look at the power that Kawhi Leonard plays with, incredibly strong for his position.
And Kevin, it helps him finish through contact on offense. It also lets him guard bigger men. Kawhi makes great use of that strength on the wing.
Now here's Covington. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Covington passes to Duncan. It's stolen by Reddish. Now the pass to Conley. Shot clock at 5. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. For 3, Mitchell. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And Jackson gets it to go.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Sometimes great skill can overcome a lack of intensity, but it's very rare.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Gobert dishes to Conley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And the 3-ball is good.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Jackson passes to Duncan. George, that's a 2-pointer. That shot off. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Outside Conley. Passes to Gobert. Now here's Reddish. Back to Gobert.
Remaining in the first.
Out to Conley. Just 4 to shoot. Over Jackson. Conley's shot is off.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Jackson misses.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Right side, Conley. Inside, here's Mitchell. Duncan with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Duncan. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Robert Covington. Mann subbed in for Leonard. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Eric Paschal, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Royce O'Neal comes in for Bogdanovich. Clarkson, he's checked in for Reddish. And it's Wright in for Mike Conley. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Mavericks. Duncan, and Duncan throws it down.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
And it's Wright with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 5. Mitchell outside. Back to Wright. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Mann passes to Jackson. Duncan inside. O'Neal's there. And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Jackson.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
The drive by Mitchell. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Driving the lane. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell will be watching this highlight over and over and over.
Pass to Duncan. And stolen by Wright. For 3, Mitchell. No good on the last second attempt there. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Clippers on top. They're up by 5. And don't go for Zubac. Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. Leonard, he's checked in for Mann. And it's Johnson in for Luke Kennard. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. Rudy Rudy Gobert. He's checked in for Eric Paschall. Bogdanovich comes in for O'Neal. Reddish, he's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Conley in for Wright. So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. On out there with Johnson. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the 5.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. The Jazz making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tiny in the last game against the Mavericks was phenomenal. He picked up 26 points, and he did a great job of letting the game come to him, connecting on a number of his shots. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin, we'll see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
And that's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
A different look for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's Jackson in for Johnson. And we all know basketball is a game of runs, but Steve, why can it so often seesaw like that? 1 minute a team is ice cold. The next, they can't miss.
I think confidence is such a big part of the game. Also rhythm. When you see shots fall, it snowballs. On the other hand, when you can't take the lid off of it, that confidence can go another direction. Give Conley credit. He's recognized the need to become a knockdown shooter and put in the work.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Conley dishes to Gobert. Here's Mitchell trying to get open as Bogdanovich. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 7. Good work for Mitchell.
Woo, look at the strength of Donovan Mitchell, able to fend off defenders and make these difficult finishes.
Jackson with it. Now defended by Mitchell.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
The Clippers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Reggie Jackson can still provide scoring. Maybe not at the 19 points per game level he once did, but he can still make an impact.
Conley against Covington. And an air ball on that one. Way off. Los Angeles leading by 9. Takes it out to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. On the wing, Jackson. Duncan finds George. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Rudy Gobert.
It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
The consummate team player, Paul George, is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Mann. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Over Reddish. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today that it's threatening to be. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley is the point with Mitchell as the 2-guard. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Reddish in at the small forward position.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Here's Conley. Shoots. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Mitchell outside. Back to Conley. Duncan with the block. Here's Gobert. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
George, that's a 2-pointer. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 17.
A reliable jump shooter, Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
And the Jazz call time here.
Lead to better looks for him and for the entire team.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Robert Covington. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. Brown is checked in for George. And it's Kennard in for Reggie Jackson. Then for the Jazz, O'Neal's checked in for Bogdanovich. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Reddish. And it's DeLon Wright in for Mike Conley. Here's Duncan. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Wright, the pass to Gobert. Back to Wright. To the middle. Here's O'Neal. And he converts the layup.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Back to Duncan. Over O'Neal. Again, the Clippers.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
O'Neal passes to Melton. And the rejection by Zubac. And they're able to recover.
2 minutes.
Now, here is O'Neal. Here's Melton. No good with the triple.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Pass to Duncan. Zubac's in the post. He's guarded by Melton. Off target from outside. Jazz trailed by 19.
And one thing I love about Royce O'Neal is how decisive he is with the ball. When he catches, it's a quick decision, shoot, drive, or swing it.
And I also love how he attacks closeouts. Sometimes he's in motion, GA, before the pass even hits his hands. And once his feet are in the paint, he's an underrated decision maker.
And there's the pass to Gobert. Right outside. For 3, Mitchell. The Jazz with another miss.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Duncan left side. Back to Kennard. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Duncan's got his 3rd assist on the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Zubac against O'Neal. Here's Melton. Nice pass. Led into the rack perfectly for the layup.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Duncan finds Brown. Wants to get it to Duncan, and does. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Mitchell. No good off the back of the rim. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided.
Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. George in the front court along with Leonard. And there's Jackson. Then there's Duncan. And it's man in at the two-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Nice ball movement by Utah. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And FIBA's second rounder back in the 2014 draft out of Missouri, Jordan Clark.
Coming onto the floor for the Jazz.
.156 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Gobert can't hit. LA's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Bledsoe outside. Down low. Kicks it out to Johnson. Passes it to Bledsoe. And Greg, you were a hard-nosed defender. Would you be frustrated by what they're calling a foul today?
You know, I would based on how I played, but if you grew up in this era, this is just the way the game is, and you have to adapt and adjust, and that's what you're seeing with the players. Guys can defend it every bit as good as they ever have. In fact, I would argue they're better defensively today because they're not allowed to grab and hold. So the league is focused on offense. The fans seem to love it. But at the end of the day, you still got to get after it defensively. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Clippers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt. I thought an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Duncan.
When it comes to protecting the rim, there are numerous ways to do that. The most excited of those, just send shots back. And that's what he did tonight in volume.
Udoka Azubuike, Taj Gibson, DeAnthony Melton, Jared Butler.
On defense, Utah. To the inside, here's Duncan. Got a piece of it. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
That's his first personal
And
foul.
you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Now O'Neal takes it inside. He feeds it to Butler. He kicks it to Azubuike. And here's Melton. It's deflected.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One
It's
that
just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was